the girl I like forgot her glasses. So this is an anime that's at its core very sweet. It's very sweet. So pretty much the premise is a guy called Komura. He's fallen in love with a girl called Mi, and Mi has a problem. She needs glasses, right, to see. Okay, I relate. Yes. The problem is she keeps forgetting them very often, and she often goes to school blind. So from there, Gomoro kind of has to help her out. Like, like he'll share his textbook with her. He'll help her walk home some days, or we get situations like that where he has to help her throughout the school day because she's forgot her glasses and situations occur. And through it, we see their relationship grow from just being classmates to being friends to being maybe something more. Now, Komura has a crush on her, so he's always, going about her. So this is mainly her falling in love with him. So with that premise, it's a very nice show. I very much enjoyed it. You get great stuff like I said, he shares his textbook with her, so she kind of like scooches her desk right next to it, and she like puts her face right in front of his textbook to see. We get stuff like they go on a field trip, and he has to kind of be like her guide and tell her where they are because she can't see anything. Stuff like that. And then there's stuff like, they meet outside of school and she kind of doesn't know what the hell's happening. So he kind of, again, has to guide her through like a mall and stuff. Stuff like that. It is very fun, very lighthearted. There is a bit of a problem, which is that there is the filler episodes. You feel the filler episodes. You feel the filler episodes. The episodes that are great are the ones that move it forward. Well, like they're going on the big field trip, or the one where they're like, we are doing our culture festival preparations. Like those days that move the plot forward are great, but then the filler episodes where it's like, 5 mini stories in an episode, you feel the freaking pain, dude. You feel it. And Komura, God, like for the first couple episodes, he gets like the, she's right next to me, like that type of stuff. It's like, oh God, man. And again, there's like episodes where you're like, oh, he was really good in this one, moving forward. He's kind of like, I could see people being like that. And then the next episode he goes back to going, I'm like, oh, for God's sakes, man. Like that crap annoys me, right? Like I'm not for that. Maybe at like the beginning, but then it's like, he's still like that, even like 10 episodes in. And it's like, God, man. Come on. So yeah, this was 13. So yeah, that stuff does annoy me. That stuff does get on my nerves, and I wish that, we didn't have to deal with that all the time, but here we go, we do. Mi is at times, she's a bit boneheaded as well. And at times you can see like, oh, it's kind of nice that she's so oblivious to it. But then there's times where it's like, how the hell do you not understand what's happening? Like no one's that stupid. Or it's like times where you're like, you forgot your glasses again? How? Like it's like, stuff like that. That it's like, they're more nitpicky than everything. Where it's like, how did you forget your glasses again? Yeah, stuff like that. It's more nitpicky with her, rather than just annoyance with him. But overall, I felt that this anime was a nice, fun anime. I wasn't dragging my feet to watch it, even though I was getting annoyed by the filler episodes, but I was like, oh, it's a new episode this week. Okay, let's watch it, Not like something else. Like some other shows where I'm like, oh God, that's a new episode? Oh God, I gotta watch that this week. It's like, no, I was never like that with this. I was always pleasantly happy to watch a new episode. So, with that being said, the way the anime ends, I will say, is not complete because the manga goes further than the anime. The anime kind of just stops. There's no real resolution, so I could see there being a season 2 somewhere, but if there isn't a season 2, I'm not dying for one. I just wanted to point that out to you. So the anime kind of stops somewhere where you're like, okay, that's an end. I guess. But the manga goes a lot further. Yeah, it's a very weird end actually, where they chose to stop. Overall, I'm gonna give The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. What would we say? It's, again, I have to compare it to the other shows I've watched this year. Comparing it to something like Dreaming Boy, which I just finished, I would say The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses gets a 7 out of 10. Much better than Dreaming Boy. It is a good show, but it's nothing extraordinary. That's what it is. It's fine. Will I rewatch this show? Maybe, but I'm not rushing to it. It's like fine. I watched it. I'm glad I watched it. That's good. I would recommend it to people as like it's a nice time, but I'm not rushing to watch it. So that is my review of The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. Oh, and before I leave, the animation for this show is fantastic. It's beautiful. It is gorgeous. I was blown away by the first episode, but the animation, the backgrounds, the way they take kind of like a 3D background and put the 2D in, but the 2D kind of looks 3D as well. It's beautiful. It is a gorgeously done, a gorgeously animated and produced show. I will say that. And if that's the future of anime, where we're going, we're in for a treat, boys. We're in for a treat. Because remember, this has been in production for a while, and we have that. Imagine what they're producing right now and how it will look in like a year or two. It's going to be awesome. So I will say that the animation for this is fan-freaking-tastic. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that is what I would say kind of bumps it to 7 as well. So that is my review for The Girl I Forgot Her Glasses. If you watched it, let me know. If you didn't watch it, yeah, I would recommend giving it a shot. Thank you all so much for listening, and I'll see you next time.